So I'm going to share with you, if that's okay. So it all started when I was a young pup, 7th, 8th grade, right? I really like sports. It's fun. However, I loved girls. Right? That's a problem. Because what I found out was, if you play dumb, girls are so nice, they will help you, and they will tutor you, and they will talk to you. So I did this for a long time. Unfortunately, I bought into me being dumb, and that was bad. So when I bought into it, I masked it. I masked it with arrogance and attitude, which is something he spoke about earlier. I was very arrogant because I didn't want to show people that I was stupid, so I didn't care. And when the coaches caught on to that, I got on probation. Didn't get to play the sports I liked so much. The girls were still there, but the sports weren't, and I loved the sports too. Right? It was not a good time in my life. And then, going up to my sophomore year, I had this plan. I'm going to go to OU. I'm going to do it. This is what's going to happen. Go to my counselor's office. She says, Gabe, where do you want to go to school? I'm like, I'm Missouri. Duh. She said, well, you can't do that. What you mean I can't do that? That's what I want to do is my plan. Your grades aren't good enough to get in. And they weren't. They were barely C average. Not even that, because I was on probation. But anyway, I said, well, what do I got to do? She said, well, there's nothing you can do. You'd have to retake all these classes over like a whole year's worth. So I'm like, oh, mad stuff, go home. Next day, come back, I'm in. I held myself back in high school just to get into a place that I wanted to get into because I promised people I would. Alright, so I get in. I did it. I got my GPA up to like a 3.7-ish. I don't know. But it was bad. It was okay. Got it. Big time. OU, University of Oklahoma, right? Get there. I hate it. I'm not a good point in my life at this point. I just lost my grandmother. I love that woman. She had my back. She was part of my support system. Right? You know how those grandmas are. They'll do anything for you. Like, I don't come from privilege, so my grandma was one of the reasons I get to go where I got to go to. Got to have what I had. But I lost her, and that was big for me. But it's okay. She's always lived a good life. It's okay. It's just what happens. It's life. Life's not fair. So moving on, I get to OU, and I kid you not, my first day on campus, I had to go buy a compass to get around, a real compass. Like, I know I'm native and I should know how to do this stuff. I just didn't know where to go, so it wasn't much fun. Got to classes, walked in my first class, there's like 400 people. I graduated like 80, like 400 people in here. And like everybody just, first question was like, who's taking chemistry? Everyone in the class raised their hand. 399 people raised their hand. I was 400. Nobody did chemistry? Come from a small school. It was rough. So, I don't like it. I moved into a part of my friends, which was stupid because don't put 4 guys together, man. You do stupid stuff. But anyway, I'm not having a good time in college. My freshman year. Go home, safety net, right? You gotta go home. That's where the heart is. That's where you find peace, right? Go home, find out my brother is doing some stupid stuff shouldn't be doing, right? I'm a big brother. It's like I handle stuff. No, right? Like stop. Unfortunately, I took a little too far, I guess. My dad got on to me, said some stuff to him. I was like, whatever. You don't know. I'm smart. I'm going to school. I'm right, you're wrong. Said some bad stuff I shouldn't have said. I'm out. Went back to my apartment. Getting ready for my test. I was watching TV. Went to sleep, woke up next morning, getting ready for my test again, watching TV. Time to take the test, start driving to campus. I'm almost to campus, right? My mom calls me, she says, Gabe, when did you come home? I said, Mom, I've been studying all day for this test. I got to go take this test. And she says, no, Gabriel. That's when you're serious, because my name, I didn't know my name was that for a long time. It's Gabe to me, but she's Gabriel. Your father passed away. And it broke me. A few days later, I went back to school, and I was broken. I said some stuff I shouldn't have said. I can't take it back. I feel like I laid down. Got back to school. I was talking to my professor, and I said, came back to that test, and she says, well, what happens when my father passed away? She said, well, I need proof. I said, you need proof that my father passed away? All right, I checked out. Like I was done. I was destroyed. I mean, if it wasn't for my girlfriend at the time and my mom, like I wouldn't have a master's degree right now. I wouldn't even have any more hours under my belt. Like I was done. I got on probation there too, and I survived. You know, sometimes you just gotta survive. You don't gotta excel all the time. Sometimes you gotta survive. So I did that. I just kept going, and eventually got probation. Got that 2.0 average. Woo-hoo! Right? Looking back, but at the time, you know, I'm young, male, get that aggression, get that testosterone. You know what? I'm gonna have to fight. That's what I'm playing. Like, you know what? I'm numb now. I'm gonna go feel something. So I started training MMA for a little bit, which, if you're not good, isn't good. So, you know, I did that for a while, but eventually you kind of get tired of getting punched in the face because it doesn't feel good. So I was like, you know what, something's got to change, you know? And I was trying to find a reason to try harder because doing it for myself wasn't enough at the time. I mean, to me, I was just me. I mean, I was an insecure young kid, just like, why would I do it for me? So what I did was, I used my pain to fuel me instead. It was easier that way. My father passed away. You know, I promised him some stuff. I let him down. Simple as that. I'm not going to let him down anymore. It's that easy. So what happened was I started trying. I'm not talking about like trying, like, oh, I'm trying. I'm talking about like relentless effort. Like before class, I was like reading books like Chemistry for Dummies, just to understand what the professor was talking about before he even started. Right? So sleep, yeah, that didn't happen anymore. I'm talking about like 36 hours in a row, no naps, no nothing. Because I had to catch up. Because people had already been trying a lot longer than I had. So I had to learn how to try. And that's a hard thing to do. But I mean, eventually, I boosted it up to a 3.3, which is not amazing, but it's better than a 2.0. And I got to graduate from the University of Oklahoma. And upon graduation, upon, you know, walking that stage, the diploma, I had a picture of my father in my pocket. Because he deserved to be there. Because without him, I couldn't have done it. Right? That was my why. That was my reason to keep going, even when I couldn't go anymore. So, my father got me through my bachelor's degree. It was my turn. My turn to do it for me, right? So the next one, this master's degree, I was going to do it for myself. Again, forget sleep. It didn't happen. I actually picked up a second job because the work week is kind of the school week, so didn't have enough money to pay rent. Rent's got to be paid. So I became a personal trainer, right? And then I realized I was a very, very unhealthy personal trainer. I could not run a mile. And I was like, when did this happen? Like, running this big hole, just smiling stuff for a man, and I couldn't do it. So I started running, you know, getting in shape and stuff. And then it occurred to me one day, like, there were these people that never exercise and then go like run marathons and stuff. And I was like, how do you do that? I was like, that's amazing. I have a degree in this, I can't go do that. So I was like, it must be something different. They must have something else, you know, that special something. So I'm like, you know what, today, I'm gonna go out there and run. I'm gonna run a 10K. I'm gonna run the best run I ever had in my life. And I'm gonna break some records, like just kill it. Alright, so I'm doing it, I'm getting ready, placing my shoes, super pumped up in my head. Yeah, got this. Put earphones in, you know, or headphones. That's right, headphones. Crank up the music, a little Eye of the Tiger, you know, something. Take off, right? Run that first mile, I'm doing 6. Yeah, 6. Alright, mile 1 down, got it, feel good, feel good. A pizza delivery man pulls out in front of me, stops me and says, hey guy, do you know where this building is? And I was like, trying to do something. But yeah, I guess so. If you're not, you know, have to make somebody's life a little better, you kind of waste your time, right? So I go help him. Have a little pity party while I'm doing it, but I help him. And then I realized my knees, my feet, my ribs, they all hurt. And I'm like, I cannot do this. Stupid pizza delivery guy is preventing me from doing what I'm going to do. But I'm proud of myself, so I tried anyway. Lap 1, horrible. Lap 2, horrible. Lap 3, I'm like, pizza delivery man, he messed this up for you. It's his fault. If you quit, it's okay. But then, another voice came on. It's like, yeah, you're in pain. Yeah, I get that. Like, you're in pain. But then, it's just pain. You can keep going. Like, watch what you're about to do. So then I just take off. And even though it starts hurting real bad, you keep going. You still get it done. A little pain's okay. You just gotta push through it. And that's when I realized that maybe it doesn't just have to stop here. What if I did that in everything I do in life? Right? Like, even though I'm tired, I just keep going. And it works. In grad school, I started setting a bar in my tests. And that's something I never had anybody ask me for help academically before. Normally it's the other way around. And this is in grad school, this ain't it's not like elementary school, hey, help me cut this piece of paper. It was a real thing. It made me feel good. And I didn't realize it was just lack of effort. It comes down to hard work. Think about cutting down a tree, right? You cut it with an axe, not a saw. You hit spots all over the tree and you're never going to bring it down. But you hit it in the same spot over and over and be relentless with it, that tree's going to fall. And health's like that too. I remember very few things about my mother when I was really young. I remember that she always was home when it was dark outside, right? And I was like, why is that? That's because she worked 2 jobs, right? So she dropped me off at school when it's still dark. Then she get home late when it's still dark. Woman's special, guys. I remember her saying she's never hungry. She's never hungry now. I get she's small, but I get that. But how can a person never be hungry, right? She wasn't hungry because she always made sure I had something to eat before she did. Like I said, I don't come from privilege, guys. It wasn't easy. And then I remember her saying it's always going to be okay. Because she's going to make sure it's going to be okay. That's it. Once she made the choice, that's it. That's what's going to happen. She's very strong. So when I lost my father, she lost a husband. I lost my grandmother, she lost her mother. She dealt with a son that was disabled. And then she was dealing with me and my problems. She didn't care about herself. When I could look at myself in the mirror, she was there. I was her why. Why keep going? And that's important. You got to have that or you can't do what you want to do. Because the first sign of struggle, if you don't have something important to you, you're going to quit. So why don't I tell you guys this? I just want to show you that just because somebody seems positive and carefree, that don't mean they don't struggle. I want to show you the importance of a support system, because without it, I wouldn't be here. I want to show you the importance of why, the reason to keep going. And I need you to understand that every one of you are important, and your health matters, because if you weren't here, you have no idea the impact you have in others' lives. I have no idea. And don't forget that change is possible. It's actually the only thing that's constant in this world is change. Nothing ever the same. But here's the deal, we care about you guys, and we want you to take it seriously. And I just want you guys to be the best you can be and be around as long as possible, because I like working with all of you guys. But thank you for your time and thank you for listening. I appreciate it.